Hello art lovers, welcome to the Window Art Gallery. I'm Loretta and I am Sleuthsayer of culture through art. I want to talk to you a little bit about how the viewer is always right in art. That when you look at a piece of art, that you get the courage to look at it and just sit with a piece of art and see what feelings come up for you, what stories come up for you, what memories, maybe a commentary on culture. Usually it's culture because we're raised in culture, so it usually comes out in one way or other. So I'll go through what it means to me, what this piece of art means to me, and you can come up with what it means to you, and being authentic to yourself. Like, don't let me sway you. You don't have to agree with me. In fact, don't agree with me, because we're unique human beings and our stories and our lives are so different. And some of the colors or the symbolisms in these paintings can mean something totally different for you. And it's right for you. And that's the beauty of art. So let's get into it. Okay, so this piece is called Spirit Animal. It's from my series, If These Walls Could Talk. I'll bring it a little closer. All right. It is 28 inches by 24 inches. It is acrylic paint on drywall with wallpaper, and I used a Dremel. I'm sure it's hard to tell, but this is etched into the drywall with using a Dremel. Okay, the reason why I call this a spirit animal is, for me, is because I worked with some horses and an equine therapy. You know, during this pandemic, it's been quite an ordeal shifting into this type of new lifestyle for now, while this COVID-19 virus is wreaking havoc across the world. And it reminds me of when I was in the fields with the horses and in the arena with the horses and working with them, and how they just adjusted. They would just go back to nature, and how healing nature can be. And also with this, with nature, is just getting outside and feeling the peace and the abundance of trees and everything that's going on. But you'll notice that there's these handprints and some rain, or for me it's when the pandemic hit, my dog that I've had for, wow, what, 15 years, hurt his leg. And I thought it was just a sprained leg. And so there was hard to get to a vet, everything was closed. So I was icing it and trying all kinds of things and talking to friends. My one friend, who is a podiatrist for humans, who I could get a hold of, just kind of thought it was a sprain, but it didn't heal over the pandemic of 8 weeks, and finally went to a vet and found out that my dog had bone cancer. And this is, I couldn't do a drawing of Farley because it's just been, every time I went to do it, it was just too upsetting. So I chose this horse, which kind of looks like Farley, because Farley had the wildest hair, and such a gentle spirit. And it was the challenge of seeing Farley getting less and less mobile, and, you know, panting a lot, which meant pain, and I knew that I was going to have to say goodbye to Farley, and I just didn't want to. And it was such a challenge. I was trying everything to make him comfortable, different kinds of medicines, everything, trying to help him feel better. And every time he would go outside, he'd lay out in the grass, and you could tell he was feeling better. So, but I knew that when he passed over, And this is what the tree represents, is him going to heaven, which I believe, and that he is running in the fields, and he's playing with his with other animals and people, and that I will see him there again. But it was just such a hard journey for me, and so confusing when to say time is, to call the vet to come and put him down, which we did in our backyard, and seeing the peace come over him, but also I just didn't want it to happen. I just didn't want him to pass on, and he just meant so much to me. Animals just get into your heart. They just love you so unconditionally, and he was so gentle and kind, and that's what this painting means to me. So I hope you take some time and maybe write out what this painting says to you, which will be different than me, and that's great. We're unique human beings. I love to hear how it, what stories it comes up for you, or what it means to you, and you can write it down at the bottom if you want to share it. That would be great. So I want to thank you for joining me in the Window Art Gallery. You could be anywhere you wanted to be, and you chose to be here, and I appreciate that.